So since the last video we posted about making a plant-based yogurt, I've changed it a little bit. Some of the ingredients and some of the techniques. Who says that yogurt has to be creamy and smooth? Just because the original product came from ruminant animals, didn't have any fiber in it, who says that we can't have a yogurt that's tangy and creamy and has that nice mouthfeel? And it has a little bit of fiber in it. It's a win-win. Less food waste, better for our bodies, using foods that we should be growing more of. And that's why I wanted to create Yogurt 2.0. So let's get started. So the first thing we'll do is add our oats. And then these are the sunflowers and pepitas that I've soaked and then drained. Then we're going to mix that with 3 cups of water. Put that in our blender. Give it a buzz. To our container that goes in the pressure cooker. I'm going to use the saute function that's on the pressure cooker just to slowly bring that mixture up to temperature. We'll want to heat this to where it at least comes to a simmer, which should be close to 160, 170 degrees Fahrenheit. And we know that that should take care of most of the pathogens. And then once it's reached temperature, we'll turn the heat off, let it set, and let it come back down to around 100 degrees Fahrenheit, just so we make sure that we don't kill our bugs from either our inoculant or our last batch of yogurt. I'm a strong proponent that we should produce and consume food, not feed and not fuel. A lot of our acres are designated towards biofuels, whether that's ethanol or biodiesel. And we also use a lot of our acreage, a lot of our arable ground to grow feed for animals. And that could easily be growing food. So a lot of people say, well, we need to stop the subsidies, or we need to enact taxes, etc. All those are political solutions, and they probably need to take place, but that's going to take a long, long time. So we could approach it from the demand side. Just don't consume the things that you want to see decreased and start consuming the things that you want to see increase. And so this area, the Midwest or the plains or the prairie, could grow so many more things than what we do. This monoculture of corn and soybeans and maybe wheat. It doesn't have to be that way. We could grow a plethora of crops. And some of the crops that we could grow are what I switched to. The last recipe used cashews, which is a tropical crop, and that's okay. They're really nice. Cashews work wonderful in plant-based foods as a substitute. But I wanted to use sunflowers and pepitas or pumpkin seeds because those crops we could grow here and displace some of the acres that are used for fuel and for feed. And then also oats. We could grow more oats. It's not economically viable. But if we increase demand enough, give it a shot. Give it a try. And then the other thing was, last time I put it through a nut bag to take, a lot of the fiber out. And really there wasn't that much. What I took out last time through the nut bag actually went into the compost, which is fine. But why not consume that fiber? Less than 5% of Americans get the minimum daily fiber that we're supposed to have. So, all right, I'm getting a little bit of simmering there. So I'm going to turn that off. And then we'll slowly keep stirring that until it comes down in temperature. And then we'll add our batch from before. So we can check temperature and see where we're at. Yeah, it's about 98 degrees Fahrenheit, so that should be good. We can add some of our last batch. What if you don't have yogurt to carry over? So you can either buy a plant-based yogurt that's a live culture, or you can buy a starter culture that's vegan. We'll mix that. Pressure cook over. Turn it on. Set it to yogurt. We'll be sure and use the ferment function. We'll start that. Seal the lid. And once it comes to temperature, 12-15 hours should be adequate. And then tomorrow morning, we'll open it up and test our yogurt. So it's morning now. We'll see what we've got as far as a yogurt. And we can just stir that. If we want, we can take a whisk and break up the larger clumps and then transfer that to containers, store it in the fridge, and enjoy.